Hi, welcome to Creative Soda. My name's Sean. I'm going to be showing you how to register a domain. So why would you register a domain? Well, firstly, if you have that amazing business idea and you're concerned that someone's going to come along and snatch it from you, a good idea is to go ahead and register your domain name. But in all seriousness, it's the first starting point. If you want to get an online base for your shop, for your blog, for anything really, you need to register your domain. Now, I suggest you do it. You can wait for your web designer to do it. However, what I have found during my experience is when the web designers register the domain name, they tend to put it in their own name. Okay? Now, this is pretty naughty of them. I've found that some web designers hold the domain as a ransom almost, for ransom. When the clients are maybe leaving them, they'll ask for some more money, or they won't release the domain. So first thing we're going to do is register that domain in your name, and then it's safe. So moving on, first thing you're going to do up the top at the address bar is we're going to go for GoDaddy. There's plenty of other ones we can use, but I like using GoDaddy just purely because I've tried the other ones and I just find GoDaddy very easy. Their customer support are open 24/7. They are based, I think, either in America or Canada, but they're constantly available. So I have literally so much respect for the support team that I am recommending them. I have no affiliate link, so I'm not going to benefit from this. I'm simply just trying to help you and show you how easy it is to register your domain, so you don't have to think about it for a little while until you're ready to get that website built. So GoDaddy.com, moving straight over. At the very top here we have a quick link. So find your domain name. Now we can go through the domains kind of tabs and register it this way. As you see, there's lots of different ones, but most of them are quite complicated and you need to pay extra for membership. So we're just going to go simply to register a domain name. So it says find your perfect domain name. We will just use that as an example. So perfect domain, as I see, I've typed it in already, Glasgow. Now we can choose to either type in .com or .co.uk or any extension, in all honesty. However, if you leave it blank, if you just have the main text and then click search domain, it's going to show you all the options available. So let's do that now. Right, so as I said, GoDaddy is like an American or Canadian company. They're of course going to first show you the .com. .com's always been regarded as being quite powerful, but it makes no difference, in all honesty, unless your business is going to go international. Then if you're UK based, then just go for the .co.uk, which is just below. I've already pre-selected it. Perfect domain. .co.uk. If you maybe wanted, I don't know, maybe you had a charity and you wanted to go for an organization, then you just select that one too. So I do suggest though that if, let's say, you did go for the .co.uk, maybe just snatch up the .com as well. What you don't want to do is being put against another business in the same country possibly or abroad with the same domain name, but it just ends in .com rather than .co.uk, because guaranteed some clients will search for the .com. They will type it in, and you don't want them going to someone else's website. So we buy them both, and then we just simply, what we'll do is we'll actually point this .com domain, we'll point it to the .co.uk. So if anyone was to type in .com in the address bar, it'll take them to .co.uk anyway. But I'll show you that in a later video. It's not as complicated as it sounds. I'm quite honest with you, if you're getting a web designer to do it, just ask them to point them. So we have selected the domains we want. On this particular one, we're just going to go for the .co.uk, and then we click continue to cart. And here we go. The first area up here. So what will you do with your domain name? So we don't know yet. So we're going to say make it private. When you register the domain, your name, address, and email address and phone number automatically published for the world to see. So this is correct. I can do a quick search and it will show on various sites, and it shows me who the domain belongs to. It's just exactly like this. So the name, email address, the proper home address, and a telephone number. So if you don't want that to be revealed and you want to keep it hidden, then obviously you can choose whichever business link. There are a couple there. They seem to be charging per year. So the privacy protection, and then you got the business one. So you can choose that. I haven't. To be honest with you, it makes no difference to me. So I've just gone for no thanks. Save myself a couple of pennies. Scroll further down. So this area here, this is when you're ready to kind of create a website. The left-hand side is if you're going to do it yourself. Now, be careful. If you've decided to try and save some pennies, then please be careful on the website builders, because they're not as easy as it looks. A lot of my clients come to me from having tried to build a website themselves and unfortunately failed. So they've spent some money doing that, and now they're going to have to spend some money again having myself create a new one. So just think about it carefully before you venture into the website builder area. Now, Linux web hosting, yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. Web hosting's great, in fact. Some of them, let's see what the options are. So yeah, some of them will allow you to do one website, or for developers and whatnot, we have more options. So people who design websites, well, this one's got unlimited website space for only £7.99. The deluxe, I think this is all before tax, by the way, so don't take the prices direct from what you're seeing here. It does add up. But I'll go through how to kind of register your hosting at a later date. For this website, just to register your domain so you're safe and no one else will steal it, just leave it no thanks. We don't need any of this stuff just yet. All we're doing is registering the domain name. So we scroll further down, get an email address that matches your domain. Well, that'll be great. But again, at a later date. There's no need to do that right now. We can always do that at another time. So, continue to cart. So we've been through the whole listing. We go to continue to cart. And here we go. So if you've already had an account with GoDaddy, then to be quite honest with you probably know how to register a domain. So I'm going to assume that you don't have an account. So just go through the details. First name, your last name, your email address, your organization. It does mean your business. You don't necessarily have to put that in just yet. But it is asking to register the details. And then your address. Now obviously this will be the details that will get saved attached to your domain. So I wouldn't put down a friend or anything. This is down to you. You want the domain registered to you, because then you'll be the legal owner of that domain, which will save a lot of hassle in the long run. I have known, as I think I've said before, I have known web designers to hold the domains at ransom. So if you can register it in your own domain and never release the domain to the web designer, just allow them access to point the files to the website, or point the website to the files even, then great. Just try not, your domain is your business, is your online business, and you have to kind of treat it with respect and security. Don't just go passing it off to anyone, and make sure if you do give anyone the login details to your GoDaddy account, you know exactly what they're doing and they've explained it thoroughly. And as long as the end result is you still have possession of that domain, great. So once you've filled out the details, you click submit. It will create you a GoDaddy account, and that's it. Your domain is registered and stored with GoDaddy for you to come back to at any point and then build your website around. And when we're building the websites, again, I'll do another video which will show you how to at least get started. But this is as far as you need to go, as long as you're if you're hiring a web designer such as myself, Creative Soda. This is as far as you need to go. Your domain's purchased, the web designer can do the rest. To be quite honest with you, I would suggest a web designer, certainly I know I do, we host the domains for the websites for free for the first year, so it keeps the costs down. But some clients prefer just to continue with GoDaddy and having their own hosting and keeping everything just under one roof. So any web designer should be flexible enough to accommodate your needs.